Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and I'm going to try and bring you a semi-short video today. Well, shorter than my last one anyway. And what I'm going to be doing, and I've got quite a bit of stuff just piled up around me because I've already been crafting today, and I've got everything just kind of sitting over here. But hopefully you can't see too much of it except for what I'm going to be using in this video today. But anyway, what I'm going to do, you see I have a bunch of images here that I'm going to be working with, and I've got a couple of envelope windows that we're going to play with. I have my little scallop punch here that I'm going to be using, and some ribbon and some stickles and some other little goodies. What I'm going to be making today is, and this will be going in my Etsy shop, I just made this one this morning, and it's basically a journal cover piece. So if you're into making journals, I thought it would be fun to make a really pretty journal cover piece. And this is a journal that I am just getting ready to use to make one myself. And this actually works almost perfectly on this. It has a little hangover piece, but that's okay because it's lace. And then I thought, you know, you can add like another piece of lace or something underneath it. That needs to be cut off of that one. And have that sort of hanging over one edge, and look at how beautiful that looks. It just makes a really gorgeous, or we could take this even instead of putting it on that side and leave it over the, I like it with the wispies hanging out over the edge. Have it coming out this way and have this closer to this edge and have your wispies kind of hanging out over the opening edge. So let me just see if I can get this straight here. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just doing an example here of what you can do with these. But anyway, so doesn't that look gorgeous, you guys? I just love journals. There's so many people doing them now. And I have not done too many myself, but I do want to, I would love to do a whole one day. I'm going to do one with my mother's picture that you guys saw me use in another video that I did. But I just think they are so gorgeous and so fun to make, and I'm particularly interested in the covers of journals more so than the insides. So I think what I want to try and do is I want to try and make some video covers to put in my store, and which would be just this piece that someone can use and then finish off, use it to finish off the front of their journal. So you can see it's a beautiful image. These are flowers that I made, some rolled roses, and these are rolled on top of just little circles of felt. And so, and a little bit of gorgeous wedding dress lace on it, and just a few other little bits and pieces. And this is what we get, and it's just beautiful. So I am going to start from scratch. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to make one of these. And here I've actually got 3 of these envelope bits. I like using these ones with a little bit more on one edge. This piece I wasn't sure about though, because it's a little bit wrinkled in one section. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, right in there. So I don't know if I should use it or not. So I did cut out another one from another envelope that I had, and this one's in a lot better shape. So I think we're going to use this in this video, or this one. And this is just going to be a small one, and I thought I would use this image here to do this one. And you can see the image is a little bit short, but that's okay, because I will be embellishing around it. I don't know. I kind of want to do a big one for this video though. And for that, I've got a couple of choices. I've got this image that I absolutely love, and I know you guys have seen me use it before. And what I can do with this is I can take this and this beautiful floral image and put them together behind this, and I've got a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Or I could put her in the center of this and just kind of have that floral bit all the way around her. So it could go either way. I like it both ways. The other thing that I have is this image, and I absolutely love her. She's one of my favorite images now. And that would be gorgeous as well. Or if I put her in the corner, you'll get to see more of the florals behind this. That's why I kind of like to put them in the corner like that, so that I get more of this beautiful floral around it to enhance the entire project. And you can see that's what I did with this one, is I just took the image and I put it down in the lower left corner, and this one just came out absolutely stunning. I'm really, really happy with it. So the other thing that I want to do, and this is what I think I'm going to do today, is I took this image and I cut it out, and I absolutely love her, and I just cut out around her, and I thought it would be really pretty to take this one and just put this behind the envelope cover and put her sort of to the outside of that, like that, so that she's kind of sitting off of it, and then maybe take like this little wooden truss thing that I have here and maybe put this kind of somewhere on here, you know, to dress it up. We'll see. Or we can just end up putting some flowers around her and really making her look awesome. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to glue this piece. I want to make sure I have it straight. So what I'm going to do is at the top, I'm going to hold this together, and I'm using my glue gun to do this. I'm just going to press that on there, just like that. And we'll just go along all of these edges here. Press it on. And then hopefully I can get it to the inside of this edge. I don't have to make sure, it doesn't have to be glued in every single space that's in there. So there we go. We've just got that under this protection of the window on the envelope. So now what I'm going to do, like I did in my other one, I actually only punched 2 edges on that one. And I definitely want to punch, well, we're going to start from one corner and work our way around. So, and hopefully I don't have too much glue on this that I can't punch through. That's the other one, I had more paper, so I didn't have to worry about it. And I am very concerned that the glue may be a problem on this one. You see that? It's a little bit harder to punch, and it's trying to give it some issues here. Let's just hope we can get all the way around it without it plugging up my punch. And then this corner I've got just a little bit of a weird spot. So I'm just going to use my scissors and try to clean that up a little bit. Get rid of the straight edges. Okay. Let's see if I can get all this paper off of here. There we go. Okay, so I've got my two edges punched, and that's what it looks like. And it looks very pretty. I usually don't punch into the plastic that's on these envelopes, so that's kind of weird for me, and I'm hoping I don't have any problems with that. And then our girl is just going to go to the very bottom of the envelope here, and she's going to sit along this edge like this. Now, I'm wondering if maybe I should punch this edge, because I'm thinking that might be good, but I'm going to punch into the glue again, and I just am afraid that I'm going to mess it up. And right now what I have will actually work. With these punches, when you get these punches, just know, you guys, they do start to wear out because they get dry and kind of dull. But don't throw them away, you guys. I figured out, you know, I threw one away because I thought it was no good anymore, and I could just kick myself for it because it was one of my favorite punches. And I had tossed it out a while back because I just couldn't figure out how to get it punching again. And then one day I was just thinking, and I thought, well, I wonder if I use a little bit of oil, if that would get it to slide better again. And sure enough, that's all it took was a little bit. I put a little bit of olive oil on it and just started working it, and all of a sudden it punched perfectly again. And I was so mad because I had already tossed out that other punch, and so I feel very sad about that. So again, we're going to put her right about there. So let's go ahead and we're going to glue her down. Try and get this right over that glue. And I did get a little bit of ooze out, but I can just scrape that off with my fingernail, no problem. These envelopes are real easy to scrape and get that glue off of there. Especially if you've got fingernails, you can just kind of do that and you're all good to go. And so now let's get the back side, and we're just going to go right in there. I don't have to come out to the edge where it's going to ooze out. So, and then right behind her head here, we'll put a little bit. And you do want to press that down before that glue gets hard and starts to lump. Otherwise you'll have clumps behind your piece. Now a lot of people, most people, will use just a glue stick or Mod Podge or something like that to glue theirs down. I've just found that doing these kinds of projects, I can use my glue gun and it's perfect. It works fine. And I feel a little bit better about how it's holding together and how I can control it. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I did this little doggy. I added this little bow and just a little bit of embellishments. But this is a little dog that I bought probably, I've got to say 30 years ago at a thrift store when me and my mom used to go thrift store shopping together. We used to go we would go at least once a month. I would pick her up and we would just drive out to all the thrift stores, our favorite thrift stores out in Orange County. And we would just run around for the whole day and have lunch and all that good stuff. And I bought this little dog one day when my mom and I were out thrift store shopping. And I just thought, I found it, I came across it, I was cleaning out some stuff, and I came across it, and I thought, you know what, I need to just fancy it up just a little bit, make him nice and pretty, her nice and pretty, and put her on a shelf. So this little Scotty dog, I love Scotties. I think they're just adorable dogs. And then I put a new piece of felt on the bottom because the felt was really messed up. And I need to find out, I've got the name of the artist that did this. It says Arter, A-R-T-E-R 85. So this was made in 1985. And I just think it's actually quite well made. It's very beautiful. I love this dog. And I loved it when I bought it. Its face, the painting on it is exquisite. And I just love her. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So I left her out on top of my craft table just so I could show you. And again, she's staying with me. I'm not going to sell her because she's attached to a memory of my mother. So that's something that I don't want to lose. So anyway, let's see. So now what we need to do is we need to figure out how we're going to dress her up. And I was thinking, I don't have any more of these flowers that I made. I made these two at the same time, and I did it on a whim. And I love the way they came out. And these flowers are great because you can roll them and they end up being flat in the end. And you just take a piece of, here, let's go ahead and, we'll go ahead and do one. I'm going to take this piece of satin fabric that I have here. I'm just going to tear it. And it's about 1.5 inches wide. I'm not particular on my measurements or anything like that. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to glue one edge, and I'm going to do it like this. And I won't use this entire piece because I'm not going to make a huge flower. And again, this does not have to be perfect. This piece did not tear perfectly straight. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. What I wanted is this puffiness that it gives the fabric when I fold it in half like this. So that was pretty much my goal with tearing it in half and gluing it like this. So, and I don't know, I think I have a smaller circle. I don't need a big one for this. And this is really easy to do, you guys. This is something that I've learned that I enjoy doing just as a little thing that I can do at night when I'm sitting around, you know, maybe watching TV, or if I just don't feel like watching TV and I want to craft, I'll come in my craft room and just make a few of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little circle, and some of you have probably already made these kind of flowers. I'm just going to put a little glue on the outside edge. And I'm going to start like this, and I'm just going to kind of bunch it as I go around, especially in this edge, outside edge. And we're just going to keep going. And you can see this is fairly easy to do. Now that glue along the edge where I glued the long piece together does start to get pretty hard, and it feels like it's kind of hard to move. I'm going to take this one piece on the bottom here, and I'm going to put just a dot of glue there, and I'm actually going to fold that piece back onto the felt. I found that if I do that, I don't get such a, I get a nicer edge right there. And then I bring this around at the same point, and that way I have a cleaner edge right here where the two meet. So now we're just going to keep on going around, moving our glue more to the inside as we go. And I only sort of ruffle the first couple of layers, and then I just start trying to wind it down on itself to make it look more like a rose in the center. So these edges here give you more of that ruffly edge that you get on a rose. And you can see that's what we have so far. And it's actually quite quick. Once you've done a few of these, you get quicker and quicker at it each time. And I have done a few of them now. So I think I've got the process down. Now, mine may not be the best you've ever seen. I will admit that wholeheartedly. But they're okay in my book. So I like them. I like the way they turn out, and I have fun making them. You do go through quite a bit of glue when you make these, but I did just get some more glue. I had to order some more because I went through my last batch so fast. Okay, so now I'm just going to start really winding this in a circle until I get it looking exactly the way I want it to look in the middle. And this part for me is probably the hardest part to get right, because I have sausage fingers and they feel like my fingers get in the way. And you will get a lot of glue on your thumbs, just so you know. And I swear, every time I start to do a video, one of my neighbors decides to mow their lawn. We've got another lawnmower going again this morning, or this afternoon. And it's already 3:30 in the afternoon. They're just now starting to mow the lawn. But they pay gardeners to come and do their lawn. So I guess when you pay a gardener, they get to your house when they get to your house. Because they're doing lots of jobs during the day. But it just seems like every time I start to do a video, someone decides to mow their lawn. And if it's not someone else, it's my husband mowing our lawn, because he does mow our lawn once a week faithfully. See, in these outer layers, once you get to that center, the part that's hardest for me is they do start to want to, I'm going to cut that off. They do start to want to fold down in, and it gets hard. So what I do is I grab a toothpick, and when I get to the very, very center, I use a toothpick to kind of try and get in there and get it to spin. I will put it in there and just kind of spin the toothpick a little bit, and it will go into the middle, sort of. Sometimes not perfectly, but I'm going to get one more dot of glue in there and poke that down. this last little piece that's standing up. And there we go. So that's what that looks like. Very pretty, right? I like it. And then what I want to do is I want to put this flower. I'm going to add some other stuff to it. Let's see. I've just got some of my little lace here that I thought I would add kind of to it. I have this beautiful piece of lace that I got from Deanna, and I do think it would be pretty to add a piece of this. I'm just going to cut from the edge. Because I want to add some pink in here. So I don't know if I want to go like this, and then maybe that come out from behind. I don't know. Or maybe put that off to the edge, kind of like that. That looks really pretty. And maybe I will even double this stuff up a little bit so that it's a little bit thicker. I just don't want it to hang out too far. Okay, so let's put this piece down first. And then I think I'll have this piece come out right there. And I'm just, you know, I'm just going with it, you guys. I'm trying to do this not too slowly, but not so fast that I mess it up. And let's see, which way do I want this to go? I think I want it to go that way. Just going to find a perfect spot for it to pop out at. I'm going to go right there. Just like that. So there, now I have a nice pretty piece, and I can see I didn't get my center all the way down. So I'm going to take my toothpick here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a dab of hot glue on my toothpick here, and I'm going to get it into that center and make sure that it glues down. Ah, it's stuck to the glue. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I need to cut that little edge off. And I'm going to pop a little bit of glue in there. And we're going to try this one more time by just sort of folding that edge right down inside and holding it down. There. Okay. You can always fix it, you guys, so don't panic if, you have a hard time getting that last little bit done, because you can't always fix it. You can get it to where it looks beautiful still. Okay. Had a little piece of this out too. This always looks good with one of these. Very pretty. So I might use a piece of that once I get going on this. Okay. So now to decide where we want to have this coming from and how we want it to lay. Now I love that because it's draping down at the bottom. Isn't that gorgeous? It could go there. It could go at the top like that, but I don't want to do that because it tends to want to kind of go in her face. So I really love this right here. I love that. So that's kind of where that's going to go. And then I was thinking, I have this other piece of lace here that I am finally going to cut it up a little bit. And I did cut this apart from another project or another piece that Deanna had sent me. It was very difficult for me to do that, but I did because I wanted to use it, and I thought this will probably serve me better in pieces on a project than to just sit there and let it sit for so long. I don't want to do that. Like this edge would look pretty going up like that. This flower looks gorgeous right there. I have one other little piece. I kind of like how that kind of comes up there. I do want something sort of behind here though. I'm not quite sure how I should do that. Could take a piece of this lace and sort of go behind the scallops, and that actually does look pretty behind there. So let's go ahead, let's get this stuff down first, because I have decided that's definitely where I want this stuff to go. So I'm just going to put a line of glue right there and get this piece down. And there, I'm not covering her up. And a little bit of glue there, and put that in our corner. And then we're going to take this little flower and put it right there. So that's what it looks like so far. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. And oh, I do also have this little piece. It's quite flimsy though, and I don't know. It looks really pretty, but I don't think it really works for this. So I also have the edge of this that I can still cut from here. Just don't want to cut into these flowers on this one. I've got the edge of this as well, and it's a little bit stiffer lace, and that could go behind there as well. That actually looks quite pretty too. I don't know, part of me thinks this is still good because it's smaller and thinner, and it doesn't take too much away from our pretty lady over here. Yeah, I think that really does look nice on that side. So we're going to just go with this small piece. I just need to figure out exactly where it needs to be glued down in order to make it work. So we're going to very gently start with the center here, because I need to get this to the edge as much as possible. And I don't want this glue to go through and glue the front side to this paper towel that I have here. So I've got this edge done. I'm going to cut this right there and then finish going down to the bottom here. Okay, and I think here I'm going to cut it right there and see if I need to take it. I think I need to take it around just a little bit more on this edge here. So we're just going to take a small piece and glue that down too. Just like that. Okay. I am very excited about this. I think it looks really pretty. And then across here, I'm going to take a little piece of this trim here, which is from a Venice lace that I have. It's a dangle lace. And I'm just going to, I think I need 4 of these little circles. So I'm just going to go right across there. Start with that one. And try not to cover her head too much. Okay. I feel like that came down a little farther than I wanted it to, so I'll just re-glue that right there. Okay. And then I do have one more piece of this, and I think that would look pretty kind of coming out from behind there. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this off here because we don't need this part. And we are going to glue this I'm just trying to decide how much of this I want it to. I'm going to glue this right there. So I've got it setting in place. And that's where I want that to be. Just like that. So you can see, isn't that beautiful? And it would be gorgeous on a journal just the way it is. We're going to add a few more flowers though, because we can. I want one of those, maybe 2. These are flowers that I got from Kiki's sale. I'm trying to say that very clearly now, you guys, because I realize that sometimes when I say it, I don't say it very clearly, and you guys think I'm saying something else, and I don't want, I want you guys to be able to get to the right Facebook site when you're looking for her store. Okay, so let's see. I would like to have a couple of flowers up here in this corner. I think I'll put 2 right there. And maybe a little white one there, and then a pink one right there. I think that's how I'm going to do this. Yep, I like that. So I'm going to take these 2. We're just going to glue them together. Pull it out a little bit. Don't want to cover her head up. And actually, I think I'm going to put this one right there. And this one there. And a little tiny white one. And another pink one right there. Trying to see if I want to add this other little piece of lace somewhere. I think I might add it. I think I might add it right there, just so that I have one more piece coming from this side. Just like the, oh shoot, almost did it backwards. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, and then I think I want to add, this is one of my little resined butterflies. I do love my little butterflies, you guys. Oh my gosh, they came out so cute. Let's see. Just looking to see which other ones I have here that are, if I have 2 pink ones, I think I want to just use 2 pink ones, and I do. I just want them to match. I just need to decide exactly where do I want them to go. I don't think that's a good spot because it's like right at her head, but if I put it here, it kind of looks like she's looking at the butterfly, which is kind of cool. And then I want one over here, but I just don't want to cover all of that up. That looks good right there. Okay, so there we go. And there we go. And then I have, let's see if I still have it handy here. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, here it is, I think. Yeah. I've got these rhinestones that Gail over at Fava of 4 sent me. And these actually work really nice for the centers of my butterflies. I don't like to use too many for this purpose, but in this case I need one big, because it's got the big rhinestones that come out at the end that I can use as the head of the butterfly, and then I can put 3 rhinestones on from there. I do want to glue that down a little bit better there. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to my butterfly. And very quickly get this on there. And it looks gorgeous. And now we got to do that to this butterfly. There. Okay. So we have our butterflies on there. I'm thinking maybe just a couple of these little dangles might be pretty, coming out from this rose right here, and I think I'm going to use maybe 4 of them because I'm almost out. Thank you, Deanna. I love these. Love, 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 love them. But they're almost gone. So I'm going to be a little stingy on this one, just because I do want to have a couple of those left in case I need them for something else. And I actually do have a project that I want to use a couple of those on, so I don't want to lose them all here. So, and I think 4 is just enough on this because it just gives just enough of those dangles to show up down there at the bottom. Isn't that beautiful? You guys have to admit, this is quite gorgeous. And now I'm going to add a little bit of stickles because I like to. And I think I'm going to go actually with some gold stickles on this one. I put silver stickles on my other one, and it really did come out awesome. But let's go with gold on this one. So I'm just going to add some stickles just kind of here and there. And this gold really does enhance the flowers. It makes everything kind of stand out and pop. I love it. I'm putting a little bit just on this veining that's on this lace. I'm not going to put it on all of it, just some of it. And I think we should have some kind of coming down here, like a waterfall. Okay. Oh, you guys, I'm really excited about this video. I hope you guys are enjoying this one. I'm loving the way this is coming out. And you can use these for the tops of journals. You can use them for the tops of altered boxes. Let's see, what else could you use them on, you guys? really just anything that you want to add some nice vintage shabbiness to. I would even put these on some of my little puffy pillows that I make. I think it would be pretty on one of those because those are not made to lay on. They're made to look at and hang, actually, on a wall or on a bedpost or whatever. So this would be pretty on one of those. But I especially like them for journals. I think it's a really, really nice way to enhance a journal and make it look very classy. Just go in there, put a little bit back here. You guys know I do love my stickles. And I actually can't find some of my stickles. I put it away. And I can't remember where I put it, but I did have my gold and my silver. I've got it right here around me somewhere, but I just didn't want to take the time to go through everything and find it. So I just thought, well, I had my gold and my silver out. So I figured I would just use those if I needed stickles today. And this is really, really setting it off right here. I love using stickles as sort of my final touch to my projects, because it always just really makes them look gorgeous. Okay. And this is not the same lace. I don't think I'm going to put any stickles on that. I might put a little bit just kind of in around these flowers that are on her lap here. Just a little bit sort of in between. I don't want to cover up the flowers, but maybe on these dark spots in between. It might look really pretty, and it does. It actually looks very pretty like that. Okay. I think that will do it. Okay, that's it. No more. Oh, you know what? I do want to put a little bit more. I'm sorry, you guys. I want to put it inside the circles of this pink trim right here. Anywhere where I have little circles, I like to put a dot of stickles in the center of the circles. And it's only a little bit. Okay, that's it. Okay, you guys, I think I'm done. Do I want any silver stickles? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking maybe a little bit of silver in here. Just a tad. Just to kind of enhance just a little bit. There. That's all. No more. Okay, you guys, I am done with this project. This is what we have, and I hope you can see the sparkle in that from the stickles. You can see I added the gold down here and the gold up in this lace up here. And it sparkles really beautifully. And then I added a little bit on her flowers in her lap. But ultimately, I mean, look at all the flowers and the beautiful lace, and all I did was use a few little bits and pieces, some of my Kiki's sale roses, some of my handmade butterflies that I did my video on, and I have this beautiful journal cover, and here, let me find the book, the journal that I have here, and we'll just add this little piece of goodness here, and look at that. Look at that. It is gorgeous. And if you were making like a wedding album or something for someone, imagine this, or if you had like a bridal piece that you could put, like a bride and groom, a vintage image or something. Oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful that is. So this this journal cover embellishment and this one will be available in my Etsy shop. So this is the other one that I showed you earlier. These will be available in my Etsy shop if you guys are interested in purchasing them. And I guess that's it, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you all for stopping by and watching my video today. If you're not a subscriber, I do thank you also for stopping by. And I hope you will, decide to subscribe to my channel and catch some more of my videos. For those of you who are subscribed, and for those of you who have been subscribed forever and ever, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys know I love you and appreciate you, and I'm having a lot of fun putting these videos together for you guys. And make sure you share the videos with your friends and family. Maybe some of them would like to watch them. Give this video a thumbs up, please. And make a comment down below. I love to read your comments and I love to respond to them. I do respond to every single comment that I get. I'm not so far into this at this point that I can't respond to my messages. And it may take me a little while sometimes to get back to you, a day or so, but I will always respond. And I think that's it, you guys. Take care. God bless. Be safe, be well, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for pictures at the end. Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye. God bless.